Hello, Taurus, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach. I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. Today, I have a message for you about your spiritual path. This will look inward at your inside world and outward at the world outside of you and the relationship between the two. My guides are saying to draw right to left, so we will do that. The world, come on. The Empress on the inside, the Hermit next to the Empress, fascinating. Okay, and withdraw. Okay. So right away, let me explain how this will work. These are the inside cards looking at your inner world, and these two are the outside cards. But what's fascinating to me about your reading, Taurus, is that we've got cards asking you to pull back on this side and cards asking you to celebrate wholeness and fullness on this side. So we have this dichotomy going on in both the inside and the outside world. Okay, we're going to start outside. We've got the world here, and we also have the Four of Swords, the withdrawal card. So there's a feeling that whatever is going on outside, you're wanting to pull in from. And when we're looking at the world, we're looking at the interconnectedness of everything. We're also looking at the goal that you'd like. And so, Taurus, I'm feeling like the goal itself seems to be withdrawing from you. That's what you're feeling or sensing, that, you feel like it's vaguely close, but it's just a little bit elusive. So, you've been working hard, you've been focused on this goal, you want it so badly, but it's just beyond your grasp. Okay, now the reason for that, let's see if we can get a little bit deeper connection here. The Empress and the Hermit together. The Hermit is also asking for withdrawal, and you can see this owl is looking over at this card kind of like, get me away from there. There's a withdrawing from that Empress energy. And in this card, it's the energy of mothering. It's the energy of nurturing and being nurtured. It's also the energy of abundance and receiving of abundance. So it's interesting that inside you're feeling actually a pull away from that. You're feeling a pull away from your own abundance, and it's being reflected in the outside world. So as you're feeling this need to pull back a little bit, again, you're seeing it reflected, microcosm, macrocosm. I had someone talk to me about fractals the other day, that sometimes when you see little processes on the earth, we were looking at some soil deposits left by a big water flood. And if you look at that, it actually looks like you're looking at a big riverbed, but in tiny detail. So what's happening inside of you is being reflected in the outside world. I want to get a little more clarity about this, so I'm going to ask for another card. Okay, here we go. Union. All right. Are we talking union between these two or a different union? Okay, we're talking about a different union. All right. What I feel here is, Taurus, that you're coming into a different level of something, whether it's a different level of relationship with yourself, or perhaps the next level of relationship with something or someone else. We can be talking about partnerships. We can be talking about significant other relationships. But we can also be talking about significant relationships. Family, but also relationships with finances, relationships with creativity. One of these relationships, types of relationships, is starting to really come to the next level. It's really starting to approach it for you. And rather than stepping into this relationship there's this withdrawing card. Again, the Hermit pulling back, saying, oh my God, I'm getting closer. I'm not sure what this is going to be like. I'm going to have to give up some kind of something. And there's a stepping back. I am feeling like for some of you, this is a mother-related issue. So, and we could do a whole 4 hours of video on the mother and the mother issue and that. This is a mother issue relating to how you feel nurtured and how you feel you need to show up in relationship with the rest of the world. It's perhaps that last component that I'd like you to take away. It's how you feel you need to show up, what your mother taught you about showing up, who your mother wanted you to be when you showed up for the world. And what this Union card is doing, the Two of Cups, is actually saying that there's a different facet of you that you're rediscovering and coming into close connection with. But it feels almost as if you're going to betray that mother energy if you fully come into this new self. And so that's why this Hermit causes the conflict. Now, you know, all of this is free will, Taurus, but the consequence of withdrawing from this facet of yourself is that you do delay your goal. You do put your goal out a bit, and whether that goal is financial or perhaps a partnership or even just something you'd like to receive, you're delaying it. You're delaying the shipment of your goal, okay? And this is really subtle because it's not obvious that it's being delayed. There's a subtlety to this Four of Swords card, but it is nonetheless being pushed out farther than it needs to be pushed out. So, it's okay to take some time out to figure this out. Whenever the Hermit card shows up, and especially since we also have this withdrawal card showing up, it's okay to take time out to gain some clarity. I would like to, though, suggest that this clarity is not about staying separate from the world. It's actually meant to draw you in closer connection with it. Okay, so once you've discovered what this is that you're fighting about yourself, you then get to choose, okay, do I continue fighting or am I just going to embrace this? Am I going to allow this to come together? And that's when you see the true nurturing of yourself happen. And it's as if we've got flow again. You notice we have flow on this card. We've got flow on this card, the water down here. So everything comes back into flow once you decide how you're going to navigate that different part of yourself, that different facet of yourself. Okay, Taurus, we're going to close that for today. Thanks so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I do love doing these readings. And if you'd like to learn more about what I do and how I can help you, what I can do for you, please check out the description below. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time right here.